Hello everybody, welcome back to the next episode of City Skylines with me, Biffa. Today we are talking about goods, what you can do if you don't have enough goods in your city, or you're exporting so many goods you're getting backed up trains and backed up trucks coming in from outside of your city, all of those sort of issues. So we're going to see how we can look at a city, how we can diagnose that problem, and what we can do to fix it. So to start off, we're just going to pop a little graphic on the screen. Now, this is taken from the Cities Skylines paradoxwikis.com. If you want to look that up, you may have seen this before, but if you look over to the right-hand side, the last section, on the top, you have generic industry, which produces generic goods. That's what we're talking about, which go to commercial buildings. So that is where your citizens will go. They will buy their goods from all of the shops. On the bottom there, you also have unique factories, which also produce goods. These are called luxury goods, but again, these will go to your commercial buildings, which can be purchased by your citizens, and that will make you money. And here we are in our city. When we talk about generic industry, we're in the industry that's here, that you can just zone with your industrial zone. It's this normal yellow zone. And when we're talking about factories, we're talking about these big buildings like the lemonade factory, which produce, in this case, lemonade, but it's this little symbol here, this diamond looking blue circle thingy, which is the luxury goods, which will also be sent over to your commercial zones, your commercial buildings. It makes toys, but it's the same symbol, so these all count as goods. Now, there is a tool in the game which can help you to see how your city is dealing with your goods. So if you go to your info views and go to your outside connections, here we go. So I've got a little bit of an extra information panel here because I'm using the mod Enhanced Outside Connections View. So that just gives me these little check boxes here so I can decide which ones I want to see, which ones I don't. So even if you don't have that mod, you will still have this little symbol at the top. So this shows you what you are importing into your city, all these different items here. And you can see that we're importing the most goods. Yeah, absolutely huge. Are we making extra goods? No, because we're only exporting 2 goods. Yeah, okay. And that will possibly be down to the shipyard here. This is one exception to that rule we just spoke about. When this makes a ship, obviously, any ships that it makes are too big and too expensive for your normal citizen to purchase, so these are automatically exported out of the city when they are made, making you a ton of money like this. And there we go, the ship was made and sold, and we put some money in the bank. Now back to our outside connections view as well. What is quite good with this view is you can see which buildings are importing the goods. So when you're planning your train stations, your cargo train stations, airports, traffic routes, all that sort of thing, you can look around your city. Let's turn off that to make it a bit easier. There we go. So you can look around your city and see which buildings, so we're looking at the goods up here, are bringing them in. So there's a few scattered around over here, and most of these are commercial buildings, as you can see, that are putting a shout out for the goods. And that will sort of change over time. There are some other commercial buildings around here, but they're not bringing in goods at this exact moment. But yeah, so that can help you to do some good planning. And then exporting, as we said, we're not really exporting any goods. So now we would like to try and solve this problem. At the moment, we're importing so many goods that is going to be costing us a lot of money. All of our shops are calling out, all of our commercial places are calling out for goods to give to the people of New Tealand, and we're not making enough. So what you will see is, for instance, sometimes over here, let's just go along this train line. So this train here, transporting cargo to cargo train terminal. So that's bringing in goods. Let's go a little bit further. These are all passengers. Yeah, normally there's like 50 goods trains coming down here, but you get the idea, and that can start blocking things up and causing a lot of traffic, which, by the way, is at 77% at the moment. So what can we do about that? Well, I don't really want to go around just chucking in a load of generic industry, although I am possibly going to just put some in there, because why the heck not? We've got that little space. And we do have some factories that are available to us. So if we have a look in here, we've got the printing press, we have the soft paper factory, and we have the modular house factory. Now, it's interesting to see that on the same wiki page, there's like a chart. We won't put that up on the screen. It's quite complicated, but the biggest producer of goods is the shipyard, and we said they just go out. Out of what we've got left here, so we've got the other ones in. The sneaker factory is number 2. Modular house factory is number 3. That's this one here. So that's the third biggest producer of goods we haven't got yet. We need a level 5 forestry for that. Soft paper is like at number 7, and I think this one's like at number 12 or something like that. But that needs a level 4 forestry. This needs level 5 forestry. So first of all, we need to build up our forestry industry. So let us come over here. Now we just click on this and then forestry area. So we've just got one, the tea tree wood production area. And that is spread. If we just have a look at our districts and our zone, there we go. So that literally is just here and nowhere else. I thought we had a couple of areas of that, but we don't. So let's take a look at this. Already we can see that this thing is struggling for raw forestry products. We've got fields here which are producing some. So we probably could do with some upgrades which we haven't done for a while. So let's just take a look at what options we have. Why is this popping up the traffic thing all the time? And yeah, see if we can get ourselves producing more goods. That is really weird. I don't know. Anyway, now I've just spotted a little mistake here, and I'm not sure anybody put this in the comments, but what you normally do with these is you have the item that is producing your goods. So this is producing the raw forestry products. Then you will have a warehouse yard to store those. Then they're being sent over here. Oh, that's the storage as well. Then they're being sent into here to make paper. Then the paper's being stored here, and then that will be taken out to our factories. But look what I've got this set at. Zoned industry forestry products. Ah, that is not what we want to do. We want this to be set to forestry products, which doesn't look like it is in the list here. No, it isn't. Okay, so we've put the wrong item down here. So what we're going to do is just pause the game a moment. We're going to delete this. We could have just sold those items, but we're not going to be bothering with that. Let's just remove those trees from there. Let's add some more trees in around here, because that always helps. There we go. So instead of that, we're going to put in one of these storage items. So we've got a small log yard, which is probably too big, which is a little bit annoying. Large log yard. Log yard. So we need to just make a little bit of space here. Let's just delete that road. We'll come back to that. Which is going to store the most, 300,000, 400,000. It's a little bit smaller and it stores a bit more. So let's pop that in there and then fix our roads up. There we go. And that is going to now store raw forestry products. What? Oh yeah, that's correct. Yep, that's the raw. I got myself confused. Raw forest products, that is what we want. So that is what we want stored there. So as they come out of here, they'll be stored there. Then they can be taken over to here instead of the zoned ones. Yep. I've got that right. So that is going to help this run much better, because I don't know where it was getting its raw forestry products from, because it does have to be in a warehouse in between. So maybe stored somewhere else, I don't know. But anyway, that is going to help. So to get this up to the next level, let's see what we need to do. So for the next level, we've produced more than enough resources, probably to get all the way up to level 5. So that's no problem. It's now just getting in workers, and we need to have 550 workers, and we've got space for 556. So actually, we're probably okay. And what we can do is a little trick that we've done before, is sort of force the workers in. I'm going to put another forestry barracks over here. By doing this little trick. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that road there and upgrade this. This doesn't need to be such a big road. And then we're just going to bring this a little bit further along here. And then we're going to grab... Ooh, what key was that? Y. Okay. And we're going to grab that. And unfortunately, we can't fit it in there. Let's just make this land a little bit bigger. There we go, that should be okay. So that gives us some extra worker efficiency. I'm not sure actually whether that's going to force extra workers into our city or not. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. We need to... So we've got space for more workers, but it hasn't sort of forced anybody extra in. Okay, what could we do? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll come back into here. So these are our small tree sapling fields, which are going to be these ones here. That's a plantation, sapling field. So 6,400 units per week. We were actually making, was it 8,000 over? And it was 8,000. We put some more trees around and it's gone up. So actually, I think we'll leave those okay. We probably could add, we don't need a sawmill because we've got this one. Yeah, of course, this one makes paper. So the sawmill could be good actually. So if we could squeeze that in somewhere over here. Oh, we've also got these as well. Look, medium tree plantations and a small one. Yeah, they're so hidden up there. I didn't spot them. Where could we pop this? I'm thinking maybe we want to sort of utilize this space over here, which we've already sort of guessed that might happen. Yeah, so we're going to just bring this road along here as a separate road so we don't sort of interfere with what's going on down there. And then we're going to add this in. Let's put it right on the end and we can have a bit of storage next to it. So that's going to make some plain timber. And we'll give that somewhere to go as well. Just a little bit of storage. Like that. There we go. We'll leave that on balance for now. And pop plain timber on there. Excellent. Let's give these lovely people some water. Okay, so that's going to have increased the amount of spaces we've got for workers. Now it's shooting up. Look at that. So it just instantly like draws more people in when we add stuff like that. So I'm just thinking we'll just add another one. And it's probably just going to push us over. Let's just add another one in there. And if we give that a second, 539. Let's do a bit of terraforming while we're waiting. And there we go. Barely 2 minutes later, we have now reached level 4. So that's given us access to the soft paper factory and all these other items here as well. So I tell you what I am going to do before we move across the other side of the city is add in the forestry maintenance building. So what's that going to give us? Increases the storage capacity of industrial buildings by 5%. Yeah, and that's fine. So we're going to find... Oh, and that is actually pretty huge. So let's make a bit of space for that. There we go. Excellent. That'll do just in there. Very good. I'm just going to throw down a few trees around that just to sort of make that look a bit nicer. We'll give that some water. I think that across there will be plenty. Excellent. So having another look into here, as we said, plenty of resources to get up to level 4. Oh, this will be level 5 next. We need 800 spaces. And do you know what? We're so close. I think we're just going to get some more tree producing items over this side while we're here and just get that done. So let's just bring that up to there. I'm going to leave... Yeah, I'm going to place down a ton of trees because we're going to build over this. Let's pop a straight road going up there. And what's the largest we've got? So we don't have access to that one yet. So we have a small tree. I think it's going to be this one. A medium, large. Let's go for that. Not in industry area. Okay. We can fix that. What's this one over here? Elk Meadows. That's a park, isn't it? So we'll take that out. Can't have parks and industry in the same place. How many of these could I fit in? Let's turn off anarchy. So I can go there and there. Excellent. Oh, I quite like the look of that. We might leave them like that. Terraform a tiny touch back here. There we go. They're all set up, ready to go. So what is that going to give us over here? 823 we've got space for. We only need to get to 800. So I reckon by the time we've popped in these other couple of factories, this area will be good to go. Okay, so here is our waterfront factory industry area that we've been building for the last 50 episodes, and most of our factories have been all this spot over here. But I would like to switch things up a bit. We're going to come all the way over to the other side of the city where we've been building, and we're going to do something in this little area just here. We've got a nice highway access, which is fantastic, and I don't see any reason at all why this can't turn into a nice little area with a couple of factories. So let's grab our industry road. I'm going to upgrade that, and if we actually just keep that... Okay, I'm going to pause while we do this. Let's go all the way to the end there, and let's have a look at what we've got in our factories. So first of all, we have the printing press. Now we have this soft paper factory, which is absolutely huge. I have no idea that was so big. So how big is this one going to be? I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. So this one here could probably squeeze in behind here. And what is that going to need? That is going to need paper and plastics. Okay. Do we have access to a railway line around here? We do. And it comes up and over the top and it swings round here. Could we put a cargo train thingamajiggy here that comes over the top and connects somehow to this? Yeah, I think that might be a good idea, actually. Okay, let's do that then. There we go. So we've got access coming in from each direction. I think that will be perfectly good. Looks like there's some trees on the line there. Let's move those out of the way. Excellent. So then we want to make sure that this can connect over here. And I'm just wondering whether we could bring that in, have a bridge, and then they can go around the roundabout and get into that area. Maybe that could be quite good. Let's see what we can do. There we go, that will do for now. Let's just get these hooked up again, and we'll do that one in a minute. We'll get electricity jumping over here in no time at all. So back to our factories. Let's pop... Oh, that's going to be a really tight squeeze right there by the roundabout. But actually, that is okay. So if we have a look at what this needs, it's going to need paper and plastic, and then the printed products are going to need to be stored somewhere as well. We're going to whack that up to 150%, make as much as we can. Maybe go for a couple of these small ones, I think would be good. So paper, plastic, and then we could just have that one as our last one for outputting as well. I think that would be a good idea. So let's set these up. And I'm going to put these on field and hope that we've got enough going on in our city. That one's going to be on empty because that's going to be sent out around the place. Yeah, hopefully we've got enough in our city, unique factory products, to fill these up. But if we haven't, we'll see what we can do about that. And then over here in this space, I would like to add in the other factory, the soft paper factory, which is just huge. So if we had that on a road there, we possibly could get that to fit. Maybe if we're lucky. Let's just see. So if I do something like, let's see, if I did something like that, would that give us anywhere near the sort of space that we need? It would do if that other road wasn't in the way. We could do that. Actually, that just overlaps nicely there. That's not too bad, is it? Let's grab that and have that go into there. Yeah, that's okay. And then this one here, I'm going to move that back. And we're going to have that. What I was going to try and do is fit some warehouses in here off of this road. Because again, we're going to need... Oh man, we're going to need loads. So we've got crops. Crops is tiny, so that's fine. Paper, petroleum, plastics. Well, two of those are over here already with our paper and our plastic. So it's just petroleum and crops. So actually, we should be fine. So what have we got that isn't too big? I want one that's going to store enough for me. And so what we're going to do, so we're going to bring that down there like so. Then we're going to pop one of these on the end like that. Yep, so that's going to be our... Oh, can I store petroleum in here? Yes, I can. Okay. So we're going to pop that on the field. And then we are going to grab, for our crops, we do need to use these. So, large grain silo. Yeah, there we go. And we'll put that on field as well. So that is, in this area, all the items we need. I'm just wondering whether 130 tons... 14 tons. Yeah, so if these fill up, that should be enough, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, excellent. Let's get the power hooked up. Looks like it's all hooked up, actually. Very good. So then all we need to do is unpause this. Get everything going again, and I might just do a little bit of tweaking here on the roads coming into this roundabout, because it's going to start getting busy. So let's get our asymmetric, is that the one there? Yeah, we'll go with that one. Isn't there an actual asymmetric industry road? Yeah, I think there was in network extensions. Whoops, but we don't actually use that anymore, do we? So we'll go with these ones here. I'm just going to line that one up a bit better there. Yeah, there we go. So let's grab that road. Oh, we've done that one. That one I'm going to do as well. And I'm going to do this one. So I think that'll be okay. And oh, we've got no water here. Let's just pause a second. Let's just move that back. Excellent. Oh, yes. No water at all. Where's the nearest water connection? There we go. Water and power. Whoops. And then this one over here needs some power as well. For now, until we do any other building here, we're just going to hook that in to there. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so having these set up like this are going to perhaps make it easier coming out onto the roundabout. I sort of want to upgrade these to 3 lanes because I know it's going to get pretty busy. So if we go for 3-lane one-way road with double parking, nope, nope, no parking. That is the one we want. So we're going to go for that, and that. Excellent. Then we're going to go to traffic manager. Oh, we haven't done this for a while. Control shift left click, dedicated turning lanes, give way signs, all the good stuff. And as you can see, people are coming in now, dropping off items. So these are waiting for plastics. Let's have a quick look at our spawn points in here. So that is literally right there. Could I move this? Let's just go back. Let's go this way. I want it to come up this drive here. How far back can I go? Yeah, see, that is too far. So if you go back too far, and can I hover around it? There we go. Look, we can see it needs to meet up with this road. So we need to just go forward once, and that's about as far away as we can get. And I quite like that one. So that's good. Did that automatically save? Yes, it did. And then this here. Oh, yeah, this is going to get super busy while it fills up. What about this one? Where's the spawn points on here? All at the front. Where would that come in? I mean, we've got like these sort of... Yeah, I mean, anywhere in here would be good, wouldn't it? So maybe let's just move this one back and over a little bit. Yep, there we go. That one will be fine. That's fine. These will be just sort of right in the front, won't they? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we can move it back a bit if we really want. They can sort of go in the doorway, but I don't think that's necessarily necessary. Excellent. So now it's just waiting for these to get enough goods to produce all the things they want with hopefully... There we go. Look at all these guys coming in, bringing all the stuff from the cargo train terminal. Excellent. That is also what we wanted. So what I'm hoping these are going to do is not get in each other's way when they come out. Let's just wait a minute until we get a train coming in. Watch it from this direction and see what happens. I'll be honest, I've been waiting here for ages for a cargo train to come along and nothing's come along. But we know they're working because we saw that truck that said it was. So, what have we got? Yeah, this is making stuff already, which is fine. A bit short on the old paper and plastic, so it might be a bit of a wait to get those over. But everything else... filling up well. So excellent. So that is going to be producing more goods. It might be that we need to let that run for a while, but wow, look at that. Already we've shaved off. I mean, what was the figure at the beginning? 6,400 or something? So a couple of thousand off of our goods. That is absolutely brilliant. And you know what? In a little area like this, I would perhaps even just add in a few small little... Let's go down here as well. Just a few small little industry. Let's bring this out. There we go. That can be the same height as that. Just a couple of buildings. It adds to the look of the area. In fact, we're going to bring a road up here. Let's go like this. We're going to come off there. How shall I do it? I come off there and then go along there. There we go, and we can fill that in. Let's get rid of that. Let's put some buildings around there. Yeah, just a couple of extra buildings. How's our electrical connections going? Yeah, they're not. Let's add that in there. Is that okay? We've got plenty of production. Please be okay. I don't want you to all have a lack of electricity. Ooh, they're thinking about it. They're, like, 1 minute they're liking it. Next minute they're not liking it. Was that a one-way road I just put in there? I think it was, wasn't it? Let's just upgrade that. There we go. Excellent. Really? Still not happy about the electricity? What is wrong with my electricity setup? Okay, you're going to go into there, which we can see is connected across there. Okay, couple more turbines. Everybody's happy. Good. So what I'm going to do is leave this running for a while. There we go. The traffic's going okay. I'm not too unhappy with that. Oh, there's a cargo train. We missed it. Excellent. Oh, look, everybody's coming out, and they are going around here to turn around to leave. That is exactly what I want them to do, apart from that guy there. Well, thank you very much, but as long as it's not causing a blockage. Yeah, that's funny. Look, they're doing it, even though they don't have to. That is really weird. I'm happy that they're doing that. I'm not going to complain. Okay, and then we'll see how we can affect our goods importing and exporting. So one of the things, or two of the things, that our new factories are struggling for is paper and plastics. And we're over here in our oil industry, and I'm trying to sort of work out why I'm struggling for plastics, because the buildings that we have here for making plastics are filled up with oil, so they shouldn't have any problems making plastic. There's plenty of oil in there, plenty of oil in there, plenty of oil in there. We have oil stored for days. So what is happening after that? We've got even more oil stored in there. So that's our petroleum coming from these guys, which is, yeah, not much in there either. So what I'm thinking is happening, and the same, I've changed this in petroleum as well, is our storage here for plastic is set to empty. So our freight trucks are basically going out, and they don't always take it to the places that need plastic. They will just take it outside the city and sell it. So whether that's themselves driving outside the city, and think how far that is to go down the road, all the way out, all the way back again, or they're perhaps going to a cargo train terminal. Whatever they're doing, it's a long way. So I'm going to put these on fill because we want to use the plastic in our city. Petroleum wasn't a problem, but now I've spotted this. I'm going to put that on fill as well. We've got lots of petroleum producing items. What have we got over here? Plastics, again on empty. I'm going to put that on fill. And I'm just wondering whether we could add another one of these just round the back here. Let's line that up as best I can. Nap the cracker plant. There we go. Excellent. And see if we can just keep this going, because we've got so much oil. That's going to give us some more workers as well. What is this area? This area is 5-star already, so that was pretty easy to get to that. And I'm wondering, I mean, we've got only 45 tons being stored in there, so I'm just going to pop down a larger warehouse. What are these? 130,000, yeah. Just something, that's far too big. Just a nice little small one. These are quite good. What do these hold? 43,000, 100,000. Yeah, there we go, look. Yeah, that can go. Let's go there. That's better. So we're going to pop that to fill and pop that to plastics as well. So, I mean, you can come through here. We've got a lot of storage doing the same stuff, which is all going to cost us money, but maybe I'll go through that another time. But at least now we know we're going to be keeping our plastics to come over to our new factories. And then for paper, over here at Tea Tree Wood Production, which is creeping up to 800, or not many more to go, we've got the same thing. This is pumping out the paper. We've got tons of raw forestry products available to us, but our paper is set to empty, so I'm going to put that on filled as well. I'm not entirely sure whether that's going to fill up first before it goes anywhere, or whether you're still going to get the calls out to factories that need it. I guess we will find out. But definitely that's going to work a lot better. And then we've got plain timber. Got that on balance, you see. That was a much better idea. I'm going to put that on field. And that's making plain timber. I'm just wondering whether we could do with another paper factory. We can't put it up there. We could perhaps squeeze that down there. Is that one? Let's just check. What is the best one we've got available? So it probably is that, isn't it? The biomass pellet plant. Could I fit that in there? I probably could with a bit of hawky-balkiness. Let's have a look. How far out does that go? Oh, it's like a river there, isn't it? Okay, let's just pause a sec. Let's just delete those power cables. Let's put Anarchy on and pop that in there. Eek! Yeah, no, that's not going to fit in, is it? I'll tell you what we could do is just move all of this back a touch. There we go, and now we've got that there. Let's just put another, where's my warehouse? There's another little warehouse next to it. Let's go for the slightly bigger one. I do like that one. That looks cool. So we'll just put this on field and paper. There we go. Excellent. Oh, this also needs raw forestry products. Where's the nearest storage of those? That is all the way over here as well. So I'll tell you what, we'll just add another one in. There we go. And we'll put that on field because it's all going to be used here for our forestry products. And I've done the same thing as last time. I've set that to the wrong thing. So we're going to grab that building over there, pop that down here, and that is what we want in there. So we're going to fill that up, and they're going to come look straight out of here into there and then into this little setup. Excellent. So hopefully now, if you come all the way back across to the other side of the city, which is looking a bit of an orange haze on here, isn't it? That these should now start to fill up, which is what we want. So to get our last factory, we are still waiting for tea tree wood production to increase, and I've added in a couple of extra things, a small tree plantation, another one over here that's I've made look like a greenhouse, and we're slowly getting there. We're like 30 away now. But I want to just show you something. It's a little bit cheesy, but it is something you could do to try and boost your workers. And I sort of alluded to this earlier, and we didn't sort of really do much with it. Let's just, I'm going to chuck some stuff down, and then I'm just going to sort of get rid of it. Where's my bridge menu? There it is. So if we go like this over the water, there we go, and then we go back straight again. Like that, so we'll just make that come all the way down here. There we go. That is not straight. What's going on? Let's upgrade that. When I say straight, I mean flat. It's perfectly straight. You know what I mean. There we go. Excellent. And then what we're going to do is just chuck a load of forestry buildings down the side here. I mean, they could literally be anything. Let's just go for that. Let's chuck in a couple of these. Turn off anarchy, and then they won't overlap. And our overall job positions is going to shoot right up. Look, well over 1,000. But there we go. That's what happened. So every time you place one, it doesn't say we've now got 20 extra job spaces. Let's wait to attract some more people. It literally brings in more people randomly out of nowhere. So if you want to cheese it a little bit and get to the next level, that's one way to do it. What I am going to do, so now we've got the modular house factory, the bigger pulp mill, and the large tree plantation, is I'm going to keep these and integrate them into this build, but I'm not going to do that now. What I really wanted, for the sake of this video, was to get the modular house factory. So let's jump into here. And by the way, let's take a quick look at our goods before we do that. We're down to 3,311 being imported, which is fantastic. And here we go. We've got our modular house factory, the biggest production, or the second biggest, wasn't it, after the ship. So but the biggest that can actually be used in your city rather than just automatically exported. So we want to get this set up, and this needs plain timber, plastic, glass, and metals. So that's going to be a big job. Okay, so there we go for now. I've just popped down some of these little warehouses, which I really like. We've got all of those set up. And just for today, we'll come back and we'll be building out this area and detail it better. I've just popped some trees around it. I just noticed over here as well, we're getting a lot of these like red brick buildings, which are actually really cool. I like those. What's the measurement on those? It's like 2 by 2. Huh. Okay, worth keeping that in mind. We've got some slightly different ones over here, which are a bit bigger than 2 by 2. Yeah, I like that. Excellent. Okay, so I've also been putting in, as you can see, our normal industry. Like we said, they're going to be producing goods as well. But this is just going to take a bit of time to get these to fill up. And yeah, let's pop that to 150%. And again, I think we're going to have to go through all of our industries to try and beef up the production of all these different items to keep all of our factories humming all the time, because this one's short on paper and plastic yet again, but that's going to be an ongoing thing. But let's let this run a bit. Let's let all of these fill up. We're going to get lots more cargo trucks coming in. By the way, these sorts of items here that we want to come in, these special goods, cannot be imported. As it says there, they have to be produced locally, but they can be exported. So the trains that was waiting to come in were from other areas in our city. That was the idea. Okay, right. I'll let this run and then we'll come back for a final look to see how everything is doing. Right, time has gone past. You can probably see by looking at the date in the corner. I don't know how many years have passed, but I've just been off to have a nice Zoom chat with my family, see how they're all doing. This is my extended family, not the people that actually live in my own house. You know what I mean? And yeah, let us look at the figures. So the change in our goods has been pretty good. Pun intended. Before, we were importing 6,480 goods. Now we're only importing 3,227. So that is fantastic. So that is 640. You know, that is more or less half, isn't it? Half the amount of goods. And overall, we were importing a total of 9,173 goods. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've obviously importing less of these as well, aren't we? I don't know what those figures were, but anyway, overall we've had a nice drop, which is really, really good. I don't think exporting would have changed much, no. So I don't think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would imagine until we've stopped importing goods and we're making an absolute ruck ton and there's some that we don't need, then we'd start exporting goods, wouldn't we? I'm assuming that's how it would work. But that is pretty darn good. I didn't check how much money we were making each week before because, as you know, it fluctuates so much with the industry DLC. It's hard to see. But there's definitely some tweaks I could make. I mean, look, my expenses of factories and warehouses is huge because I put warehouses everywhere. I love lots of warehouses, but we've grown. I mean, we're at nearly 82,500 population. I'm really pleased with that. So there you go. If you're having problems with not enough goods in your city, or you're importing so many that you're getting traffic problems and train problems, then this is one of the things you can do. Even if you don't have the industry's DLC, so you can't produce goods through the factories like I have, then make sure you've got enough industry and also the industry specializations that you can do as well, and make those good so they don't have to be imported in, and you will make more money as well. Lots and lots of benefits to balancing your city. Thank you for watching. Be sure to be here tomorrow for our vanilla city build. Don't miss that. Subscribe so you don't miss that, and leave a like if you enjoyed this video as well. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.